Hello again to another Agricola Reaction. Today we have date night with Eric. Yay!
Awesome.
And what are we watching?
We are watching 20 Forgotten Dinners from the 1970s. We Walk Back by Vintage Lifestyle USA.
And Eric is from USA, and he was born in 70s, so
Yep.
I'm kind of curious how many of those dinners he had.
I am old. We can keep count. We say, yes, I've had that one.
That's a
Or
good
no.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start it.
Alright.
Let's see. And then we
Good
can...
video. Perfect.
Curious
You
which
like
classic
those?
dinners from the 70s deserve a comeback. Sit back as we take a look at 20 tasty meals that were
prawns
once
on the
part of
beef?
our nightly rituals.
Interesting.
While a few die-hard fans still make these, they've largely fallen off mainstream menus. Time to roll. Chicken cordon bleu is a sumptuous dish composed of breaded chicken breasts stuffed with ham and cheese. Its name,
Looks good.
cordon bleu, which translates to blue ribbon from French, hints at its esteemed origins. Thought to have started in Switzerland around the mid-20th century, it soon won over American palates. The method involves flattening chicken breasts, layering them with ham and Swiss cheese, rolling them up, covering them in breadcrumbs, and then frying or baking
like
them
an
until
easier
they're
version of
beautifully
Devil Eye.
golden. The popularity
Isn't
of
it?
chicken cordon bleu in the United States was significantly driven by the rise of gourmet frozen meals in the 1970s, where it became a favorite for its ability to retain taste and texture even after freezing and reheating. Often featured at formal dinners or during special occasions in the 60s and 70s, it was prized for its crisp outer shell encasing a lusciously gooey and savory center. Steak Diane is an iconic dish featuring tender beefsteak
Did we hear
smothered in a
about it?
delectable
No.
cognac sauce, often flambéed right at your table for a touch of dining drama. Originating in mid-20th century America,
You seem like
this
fancy
dish is
dinners.
named after the Roman
That's good,
goddess
isn't it?
Diana. Its preparation includes
Maybe
pan-frying
at,
beef
you know,
tenderloin
Denny's.
and concoction of sauce from the pan.
Fancy dinner at Denny's.
Sizzler or something. Red Lobster. That doesn't exist anymore.
It's a dog. Yeah, Denny's.
I haven't seen one since I was a teenager.
Wow.
Sizzler.
Oh, I don't know, I've never been on one. And I only hear about it when you actually mention it, so. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Cognac, butter, mustard, and Worcestershire sauce. Adding a flambé enhances the rich flavors of the sauce dramatically. Steak Diane's allure was heightened by its theatrical preparation, often becoming the centerpiece of dining experiences in fine New York City restaurants such as the Drake and the Sherry Netherland, where celebrities frequently dine. Thought to have debuted in the 1950s in New York City, it quickly became a cornerstone of high-end dining. It was often served with mashed potatoes or vegetables, embodying the elegance of mid-century dining. Duck à l'orange is a venerable French dish that
Sounds
pairs
nice.
roasted duck breast with a vibrant,
Looks
tangy
good,
orange
too.
sauce. Its rich history dates back to the 19th century, enjoying popularity among French aristocrats. The duck is typically roasted to achieve a crispy exterior, while the sauce is crafted from a reduction of orange juice, stock, and a hint of Grand Marnier or Cointreau. By the 1970s, this dish had become a hallmark of sophisticated dining, frequently chosen for elegant dinner parties or upscale restaurants. The delightful contrast between the rich, savory duck and the fresh, citrusy sauce creates an unforgettable flavor profile that showcases the dish's aristocratic French origins. The meticulous preparation and exquisite presentation make duck à l'orange a true culinary masterpiece. Shepherd's pie is a
Heard
homely
of that one.
casserole crafted with ground meat and vegetables,
Never had it, though.
crowned with a layer of mashed potatoes.
Oh, well, it's quite
Originally
popular
from the
here,
United-
but it's called mostly like cottage pie. Shepherd's pie is supposed to be made from lamb meat. He just says meat. But, like here, if there's a shepherd's pie on the list in the restaurant or something like that means lamb, and it's gonna be cottage pie, that means beef. It's the same thing basically. It's potatoes on top and it's like ground meat with some peas and carrots and stuff like that on the bottom. I actually never had it myself. We sell it at store, but
United
I never heard
Kingdom
it.
and dating back to the late
For some
18th
reason, kind of-
century, this dish traditionally uses lamb, as the name shepherd suggests,
Yeah, there you go.
differentiating
Please
it
explain
from cottage pie, which uses beef. The typical preparation involves sautéing ground lamb with onions, carrots, and peas, then topping it with a creamy layer of mashed potatoes and baking it until it achieves a golden color. Shepherd's pie was a dining staple in both British and American homes.
I think
throughout
it's
the
something you would really
1970s,
like.
Yeah, it looks
offering
good.
a robust
I never
and
thought about
comforting
baking
meal.
mashed potatoes.
It gained particular favor during the colder months, providing a warming, comforting dish perfect for family dinners or gatherings where its layered textures and flavors were particularly appreciated. Chicken Kiev packs a punch with its chicken breasts stuffed with herbed butter, all wrapped up in a crispy breadcrumb coating. The dish stirs up a bit of a debate about its roots.
That's why I said chicken light. That's what it's called in Poland. But you can get them frozen ones here in like a little
The
thing.
Kiev?
Yeah, chicken Kiev. Huh.
Some folks reckon it was whipped up by French chefs back in the early 19th century, while others swear it was crafted by a Ukrainian chef in a Moscow kitchen in the early 20th century. Regardless of its backstory, Chicken Kiev began turning heads internationally around mid-20th century, becoming the go-to at dinner parties and special events. The traditional way to do it:
So that's something we
flatten
have.
those chicken breasts, tuck in a mix of butter, garlic, and herbs, roll them up, bread them, and fry to a golden brown. When sliced, the butter inside just bursts out, making a rich, flavorful sauce. By the 1960s, it had secured its spot on menus across America, often served with a side of veggies or rice. Veal Parmigiana brings a little taste of Italian-American heritage to the table, featuring breaded veal cutlets smothered in tomato sauce and melted cheese. Born in the kitchens of Italian immigrant
top
communities in the U.S.,
That's on top of
this
spaghetti.
dish was a clever adaptation of traditional Italian recipes, tailored to American tastes. It first surfaced in the early 20th century, with Italian-American families swapping out eggplant for veal. Introduced in Italian-American eateries soon after, veal Parmigiana became a staple. The preparation: bread those veal cutlets, fry them up, layer with marinara sauce, and a good helping of mozzarella or parmesan. Then bake it until it's bubbling and golden.
That's nice.
It hit its peak popularity in the 1950s and 1960s, often accompanied by pasta, crafting a hearty and satisfying meal. Sole Meunière is a delicate and refined French classic, consisting of tender fish fillets lightly dredged in flour, sautéed in butter, and spritzed with lemon. The dish gets its name, meunière, from the traditional French technique used in its preparation. It first captured hearts in France early in the 20th century, where it quickly became a fixture in upscale dining. Julia Child's profound endorsement of Sole Meunière, after experiencing it as her first memorable meal at La Couronne restaurant in 1948, catapulted the dish to international fame and sparked her lifelong passion for French cuisine. To whip up Sole Meunière, the fish fillets are sautéed until golden, then drizzled with a simple butter, lemon, and parsley sauce. Usually served with a side of veggies or potatoes, this dish offers a light, refreshing meal that perfectly showcases the subtle flavors of the fish. Crab Louis, also known as the King of Salads, is a classic that originated on the U.S. West Coast in the early 20th century. While its birthplace is up for debate, some say the Palace Hotel in San Francisco, others point to Solari's restaurant in Seattle. It always features Dungeness crab, hard-boiled eggs, asparagus, tomatoes, and a creamy dressing made from mayonnaise, chili sauce, and spices. Crab Louis was dubbed the King of Salads by the San Francisco Chronicle in 1914, a nod to its deluxe ingredients and popularity among the elite.
He said 14 or 40?
I heard 14.
14. Yeah, okay. That's a really
First
solid.
gained traction in the 1920s and 1930s, becoming a favored dish for lighter dinners or luncheons. The mix of crisp lettuce, savory crab, and tangy dressing, served up in an elegant presentation, made it a must-have at many a high-end
I
restaurant
would
and social
love to
gathering.
have that as a salad.
Chicken divan is all about comfort, featuring chicken and broccoli smothered in a creamy cheese sauce, baked to perfection.
Never even heard about it.
It originated in the early 20th century at the
Did
Divan
you?
Parisien restaurant in New York City, named for the very place that concocted it. Initially designed as a showcase of the chef's skills in French cooking, chicken divan made its mark in the mid-20th century as a dish that blended sophistication with simplicity. To make it, layer cooked chicken and broccoli in a baking dish, pour over a sauce made from butter, flour, cream, and cheese, and bake until it's golden and bubbly. This dish is a testament to the fusion of French culinary art with the comfort of American home cooking, creating a truly delightful dish.
Sleep already?
Eggplant parmesan is a hearty Italian-American favorite that layers crispy breaded eggplant slices with marinara
dreaming about
sauce and
food.
cheese. This vegetarian delight originally hails from southern Italy, known there as melanzane alla parmigiana, and made its way to American shores with Italian immigrants in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The classic approach involves slicing the eggplant, breading it, and frying it until it's just the right shade of golden brown. These crispy slices are then layered with marinara sauce and a generous
crispy
helping
to
of
me at all.
mozzarella
No,
or
it
parmesan,
doesn't.
And they
baked
baked it
until
instead
the
of
cheese bubbles with
fry
joy.
it.
Eggplant parmesan became a staple in meatless meal traditions, particularly appreciated during the Lenten season among Catholic families in America. Gaining a firm foothold in American Italian eateries during the 20th century, it often comes served with a side of pasta or bread, rounding out a truly satisfying meal. Stuffed pork chops are a comforting classic, stuffed to the brim with a savory blend and often served dripping in rich gravy. This dish found its place in the hearts of Americans in the mid-20th century, particularly loved in the Midwest and southern states. The preparation starts by cutting a pocket into pork chops, which are then filled with a stuffing made from breadcrumbs, onions, celery, and herbs. Once stuffed, the chops are browned until they sport a perfect golden crust, then baked to tender perfection. A favorite for family dinners and Sunday roasts, its hearty and filling nature made it a beloved meal. Stuffed pork chops are a testament to the versatility of pork, accommodating a variety of stuffings from apples to mushrooms, allowing everyone to tailor it to their taste.
That looks okay.
I'll try that.
You make it.
Moussaka is
I
a
will.
rich layered Greek casserole that marries slices of eggplant with ground meat and a creamy bechamel
like
sauce.
eggplant.
This dish has Middle Eastern origins, but was
Oh, really?
perfected
Did you
in
force
its
me to try
modern
it?
form by
No,
Greek
because I don't eat it
chef
myself.
I never tried
Nikolaos Tselementes in the early 20th century. Preparing moussaka involves frying slices of egg.
Have I tried it?
Forced it.
Yes. Eating vegetables like, no, I don't
I
want
do
it.
force him into trying new things. That's true. It's not like I'm forcing him to eat the whole serving of something. It's
Just
just,
a bite.
like a bite, yeah. So he knows if he likes it or not. But no, I don't think. Like I don't really care about eggplant skinny. You're the one who always buys skinny.
Zucchini, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Have it fried with ranch.
skinny or courgette, yeah. And I don't really like those veggies. They're too soft. They're too soggy to me when you cook them. So I don't. And I didn't grow up with them either. So I wouldn't have them. So yeah.
plant, layering them with a spicy meat mixture traditionally made with lamb or beef, and then smothering it all under a luscious bechamel sauce. Once assembled, it's baked until the top turns a tempting golden brown, offering a deep, flavorful feast. Moussaka made a name for itself in Greek cuisine and entered American dining scenes in the mid-20th century, often served with a side salad or bread for a balanced, fulfilling dinner. Veal marsala is an elegant Italian dish that features tender veal cutlets simmered in a rich marsala wine
nice.
sauce. Originating in Sicily, where marsala wine has been a staple since the 18th century, this dish made a splash in Italian-American kitchens in the mid-20th century. The classic method involves lightly flouring the veal cutlets, then pan-frying them in butter until they're beautifully browned. The magic happens when the pan is deglazed with marsala wine, adding mushrooms and sometimes cream to create a sauce that's both sweet and savory. As Italian restaurants in America evolved to showcase
Give me a
regional
little button to shock
specialties,
me.
Yeah.
veal marsala emerged as a sophisticated favorite, commonly served with pasta or potatoes to enhance the tender veal with its robust marsala sauce. Salmon
nice.
kolibiak is a dish of luxury, with salmon fillet wrapped in puff pastry, along with rice and mushrooms, originating from Russia, where it's known as kulebyaka. The name stems from the Russian word for a type of rich, filled pie. The traditional setup lays a seasoned salmon fillet on a bed of cooked rice and mushrooms, then envelops it in puff pastry, which bakes to a golden flakiness. This dish became popular in the banquet menus of European royalty and was featured in several Russian novels. Celebrated in France during the 19th century and beloved for special occasions, salmon kolibiak is often served with vegetables or a light salad. The blend of ingredients inside the pastry creates a sophisticated, hearty meal that showcases the culinary crossover between Russian robustness and French finesse. Lamb Navarin is a traditional French stew that sings of spring, packed with tender lamb and fresh spring vegetables. Originating from Normandy, this dish is best when the ingredients are at their peak freshness, typically prepared in the spring. The name Navarin itself is inspired by the French word for turnip, navette, a staple in this hearty stew. The process starts by browning the lamb to perfection, then slow cooking it with turnips, carrots, onions, and potatoes in a flavorful broth until everything is tender and infused with flavor. Lamb Navarin is a dish that really captures the essence of spring, highlighting both the succulence of the lamb and the sweetness of the fresh vegetables. It's commonly served with crusty bread or a side of rice, making it a fulfilling and comforting meal. Coquille Saint-Jacques is a dish that exudes elegance, featuring scallops baked in a creamy sauce and often served right in their shells. This dish's charming name, which translates to St. James's shells, nods to St. James, the patron saint of pilgrims, and references the pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela in Spain. To prepare it, scallops are gently sautéed in butter, then bathed in a sauce crafted from white wine, cream, and shallots. The final touch is a sprinkle of breadcrumbs before baking.
After trying the mussels, I just know they're not for me.
This dish offers a delightful exploration of scallops' delicate and sweet flavors, beautifully enhanced by the creamy sauce. Coquille Saint-Jacques has long been a fixture at festive dinners, where its refined and sophisticated character is a favorite. Turkey tetrazzini is a creamy, comforting pasta dish that features turkey, mushrooms, and parmesan, all baked to a golden finish. It was crafted by chef Ernest Arbogast at the Palace Hotel as a tribute to Italian opera singer Luisa Tetrazzini, believed to have been first made in San Francisco in the early 20th century. This dish begins by sautéing turkey and mushrooms, then melding them with a lush sauce made from butter, flour, milk, and chicken broth.
I did get it
the creamy mixture is then tossed with cooked spaghetti, sprinkled with Parmesan cheese, and baked until it's bubbly and golden. Turkey tetrazzini has become a classic American comfort food, especially popular for using up leftover turkey, making it a post-Thanksgiving favorite. Veal Oscar is a decadent dish featuring breaded veal cutlets topped with crab meat, asparagus, and hollandaise sauce. The dish is named after King Oscar II of Sweden, who was known for his love of fine dining and was created in the late 19th century.
I like a creamy sauce. Wait, definitely not.
I thought it was mustard and mayonnaise put together.
No, I don't think so.
Dijon mustard.
King Oscar II's enthusiastic patronage of the arts and fine dining inspired not only this dish, but also helped to popularize Swedish culinary traditions abroad. He was an avid gastronome and patron of the arts, inspiring this luxurious dish. The traditional preparation involves breading and frying the veal cutlets, then topping them with sautéed crab meat and steamed asparagus. The dish is finished with a rich and creamy hollandaise sauce, creating a luxurious and indulgent meal. Veal Oscar was a popular choice in high-end restaurants and special occasions where its elegant presentation was appreciated. Ham steak with pineapple is a dish that offers a delightful contrast of flavors, featuring a grilled ham steak topped with a juicy pineapple ring. This simple yet appealing dish first gained popularity in the United States during the mid-20th century.
You're making upside down cake here.
Go-to for easy.
Oh my god.
Dinners.
Okay, that's
the process involves grilling or pan frying the ham steak until it's nicely browned, then crowning it with a pineapple ring and occasionally a cherry for a festive touch.
Usually on Thanksgiving.
The sweet and savory combination.
Yeah, I remember you were saying about this is kind of like looks like an upside down pineapple cake as well. The start of it, because you basically put in that on, then you caramelize and stuff, and then you put in the batter or the cake, the batter of the cake, and then you're baking that, and then you put it upside down. You have that on top. So it kind of surprised me with the ham on it. But I understand why, because ham and pineapple and sweet stuff actually goes really nice together.
It does.
Yeah. I have to do it then.
One day, love.
Pineapple delivers a unique and enjoyable taste experience. Often accompanied by sides like mashed potatoes or green beans, ham steak with pineapple makes for a well-rounded, hearty meal. Surf and Turf really takes the cake for a luxury meal, merging the delights of the sea and land by pairing a succulent steak with lobster. This gem debuted on the American dining scene back in the 60s, quickly becoming the crown jewel of fine dining. There's a bit of a toss-up about who first whipped it up, but it's usually linked to those high-end steakhouses and seafood joints. The phrase surf and turf likely popped up during that era, perfectly capturing the essence of a lavish meal. Typically, you'd find a tender beef steak, like a filet mignon, grilled to perfection next to a beautifully broiled lobster tail, all rounded off with a side of melted butter and occasionally a decadent béarnaise
nice.
sauce. In the 1970s, this dish really hit its stride, especially at celebratory
You know how I don't like
events
bones in my
or
food?
There's no
Same,
bones in
same, yeah, same goes for shell.
it. So you have this one. Oh, sorry.
If I have to
You tried
work
this
to
one.
eat my food, no thanks.
Man.
Yeah, like I want the walnuts already out of the shell, ready. Sorry.
He's losing out on a lot of fresh stuff.
Yeah, fresh. Just say, hey, waiter, can you kind of do that for me?
scale eateries, becoming a symbol of the American fascination with all-out luxury dining where piling 2 premium ingredients onto one plate was the ultimate indulgence. Did this video whet your appetite for nostalgic eats? If so,
I mean,
like
got
this
my
video,
appetite
click subscribe,
working,
and stay
but
tuned for
I don't think I don't know many of those things. So
I know the ham. I knew a couple, but I only had the ham.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
Mhm.
I enjoyed that.
yeah.
One day.
tired
though,
too.
one day.
I'm tired too. No, but it's just a lot of those. It's something that it's like they even say, oh, it was whipped up in somewhere in America and things like that, so it wouldn't be really that well known in Europe. A lot of those, some of them would be European, but they kind of moved over there. And then I'm from Poland, so behind the are in cartons, so that's different too as well. We didn't get a lot of things, like a lot of fish, seafood stuff. That's non-existent in Poland back in the day. It's obviously it's more common now, but it wouldn't be something that I would be growing up with. So, no. No, some of them are interesting. Some of them are just, no.
Yeah, it looks a bit fancy.
I
Yeah.
think that's the thing as well.
If you're
It's
throwing
like,
a party of some sort.
literally like a fine dining
Yeah.
thing, just like some not just diner that everyone can walk in. It's just like probably like a 4-star restaurant or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised.
You can get a steak and lobster there.
All right, then I'll have to go there one thing.
I don't think they exist anymore.
I think so. Then
Yeah.
I'll have to Google it and check it.
Question for Google.
Okay, anything else?
No.
No.
I'm good.
Thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow. See Eric next week. Bye.
Bye.